So today I want to talk about the Gucci Super Mini line. I have both the Dionysus and the Marmont options here. I want to discuss a little bit into the pros and cons of these minis and also the differences. I also want to cover what fits in them and then how many ways you can wear it. So if that's interesting to you guys or you're looking at maybe purchasing one of these, go ahead and stay tuned for the video. Okay, so super mini bags in general have been so popular over the last few years. And obviously I have fallen victim to the trend. I've had the super mini Marmont in black and aged gold hardware for about 3 years now. So it's really held up well. I think the leather on the Marmont line is just beautiful. I will say that it's definitely lost a little bit of its shape, not too much because I'm pretty careful about how I store it on a shelf, always stuff it. But overall, this one has gotten a ton of use. I know the Marmont line right now at Gucci isn't as popular as it was a couple years ago. This where it was everywhere, but I still love it and I've gotten a ton of use out of it, like I said. So the newer one that I have is actually the Super Mini Dionysus version. And this one I actually purchased last year, and I purchased it because I had a lot of summer and spring weddings coming up that I wanted a lighter, more daytime version of this to kind of wear to those events where you don't tend to carry a lot. You know, really at a wedding, you're carrying your phone and maybe a wallet. So that was a great option for me, but obviously being that last year was 2020, all of those weddings got moved out, and so I didn't get a ton of use out of this bag, or really most of my bags, but this one really has been in pristine condition sitting on my shelf. So obviously out of the two, this one has been my favorite so far. I can fit a lot more, and then this one has just been like so beautiful to look at. I've always loved and admired the Dionysus look from Gucci, but I could just never bring myself to get a regular sized bag. So these are great options. Plus they're also versatile in how you can wear them. This one was more of a nighttime going out bag, and then this one can be more of a summer, spring, daytime bag. So really quick, I do want to show you guys how I convert the long chain into a shorter shoulder bag. And also it's the same way you convert it into a belt bag. So the chains are both the same on the bags. I'm actually curious to know if one is longer than the other, but they're pretty long chains. So I don't tend to carry it as a super long bag. I like it as more of a shoulder bag or a clutch. So what I tend to do is go ahead and open the bag, and all of these super minis have a little keychain that has a little clasp on it, and it's meant to be so that you can actually attach these smaller bags to bigger bags, but I use it as a keychain for keys, or if I'm just carrying one car key, I'll attach it onto here and keep it in my bag. But I really use it to convert the bag into a belt bag and or a shoulder bag. So what you go ahead and do is, since these are detachable, you can go ahead and actually take the one on the right where the keychain is located and wrap it along to the other side. So it actually creates a double chain effect. And I go ahead and close the bag, and taking the keychain, I actually just clasp it right onto that. So that actually is a super easy way to shorten the chain. And when you're opening and getting in and out of the bag, it does not come off really. So it's a great option for doing that. And then if I'm wearing it as a belt bag, I actually detach it, loop it around, and do the exact same thing around my waist. So that is a great feature of this bag. Now these bags, they're not super cheap. And I feel like I'm saying super a lot in this video, but the leather version, I believe, retails for like $9.50, and this one retails for $8.30. Obviously, I got these last year and a few years ago, so they were definitely less expensive and they've appreciated. But I would say that out of both of them, they are definitely a good price point for what you get. This one may be a little bit more because you can fit a little bit more, but if you are just looking for a cute little bag that can be a clutch, a shoulder bag, a crossbody, or a belt bag, these are amazing options. And I definitely want to run through what fits in each, because I'm actually surprised for them being the exact same looking size bag. They hold different amounts. So let's go ahead and jump into what fits into the bag. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with the Gucci Marmont and see what fits in there. This one actually, you can already tell, has a decent amount of space available. So let's start off with the iPhone 11 Pro. As you can see, there's a ton of room in here. Could definitely get a bigger phone to fit. And even if you took the case off, you'd have a lot more room as well. So let's do that. Let's do the Chanel wallet. It's a little bit thicker than a card holder. Put that in there. That also fits. And then let's go ahead and see if this mirror will fit as well. Okay, so that's all of that in there, and it closes super easily. So I would definitely say you can get a bigger phone in here and a bigger size wallet than you would think. Now let's try to do, like, if this were keys in it, you could go ahead and stick that in there. A card holder, semi-redundant, but let's go ahead and try that. And then a mirror. So you could definitely fit a lot more without a phone in there. And you could also probably put a set of keys, some more makeup in there, but it definitely holds a decent amount. Let's go ahead and just do the iPhone 11 Pro. Let's do a key clay. And with keys, I think that would fit it really comfortably right in there. Okay. All right, let's try the Super Mini Dionysus version. So already right off the bat, it's definitely a tighter, more structured bag. So it's gonna be not as flexible as the Marmont version. But let's go ahead with the iPhone 11 Pro. And as I put it in, you can kind of see that it's really snug. So it's already hitting the sides. And this is definitely not the biggest iPhone out there. So if you have a bigger phone, I would definitely opt for the Super Mini Marmont one versus the Dionysus version. Unless you're someone that doesn't really carry their phone in their little bag. If you're someone that just like has it in your hand or keeps it in a pocket, then obviously disregard that. But as you can see here, it's already sticking out a little bit, pretty snug. So let's put the phone in there. Let's add a key clay. And really at this point, if you had keys on this key clay and you had them in here, that's really all you could fit. And I'm already gonna have some difficulty closing that. So that's kind of how it looks. Side. Yeah, it's kind of bulging out a little bit. So let's say you're someone that doesn't really carry their phone with them. We can carry a card holder and a mirror and some loose keys. That actually works really well. You have some space back here to put your keys or a lipstick, and I think that works pretty well. Let's try to close it. Yeah, and that closes pretty easily. Moment of truth. Let's see if a Chanel wallet, mini wallet, will fit. Okay, so it definitely fits in there. It takes up a ton of room though. And let's see if it closes easily. Yep, it'll close. Let's see if we can get a phone in here with it. Back to the 11 Pro. Okay, it's pretty snug, but surprisingly a phone and a Chanel card holder flap wallet will fit. Let's see if it closes. Okay, that was a struggle, but yes, it will close. I would say that it being this snug, it's gonna be really difficult to get your stuff in and out of it. So I probably wouldn't suggest putting both of these items in there at the same time. Now let's try key clay, phone, and a mirror. Will this fit? It's kind of pushing it out a little bit, but there's a phone, key clay, and a mirror. Let's see, will it close? Yes, and that closes. So, I mean, they both definitely fit more than I was expecting, but this one fits so much more than you actually realize. And it's definitely something I would gravitate more towards if I was gonna grab one of these two and it was for like an easy night out. This one would be really only for special occasions, or if it was like with a specific look that I was going for. So a few of you asked me to compare the Super Minis to the Nano Niece from Louis Vuitton. So I wanted to make sure that I included that in this video. This is the Niece Nano from Louis Vuitton. It is their smallest of the Niece toiletry little cases that they make. And to compare it to a Super Mini. I already have a video on this bag and how you can convert it into a crossbody or a shoulder bag, and then also what fits in it. So this actually fits a ton. I would say it fits probably double what would fit in here, but I wanted to show it so that you could actually just see for size comparison what they look like compared to each other. Similar height and size, I would say. This actually looks a little bit wider. That doesn't fit as much. Yeah, so that's the Nano Niece. And then I also wanted to include a mini pochette because I get a ton of questions on how this compares as well. So here is a mini pochette from Louis Vuitton compared to the Super Mini Dionysus. So let's go ahead and see if a mini pochette will fit in a Super Mini. I've actually never carried them together. Let's see. Okay, so a mini pochette would fit. I don't know if I would carry it with this hanging out, but it looks like it probably would not fit in these bags. And I definitely don't even want to try it with this one. Let's remove that. Yeah, I mean, this one won't even budge in there. So in comparison, similar size as like in the front view. And then, I mean, honestly, what fits in here might fit the Dionysus super bag. So hopefully that's helpful on how to convert the bag into a shoulder bag and a belt bag and into a clutch. But overall, my final thoughts on the Super Minis are that they are super cute, super versatile if you don't carry a ton. But if I had to pick one to keep forever, it would have to be the Gucci Marmont. I know that the Marmont line isn't as popular, but this one definitely has a classic look to it with the black and the gold. While I love the Dionysus look and the pattern, it just does not hold enough for me and it's not as practical. So based off of that, I would have to say the Gucci Marmont is my favorite Super Mini. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, as always, definitely reach out to me on Instagram. I'm super responsive there. Otherwise, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you have one of these, let me know which one's your favorite. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks.